Hello Leo, this is Victoria and I'm here with your September tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, at your work and career space, and we'll get you guidance from the universe on how to best navigate the energy of the month of September. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. And I like to begin with a quick oracle message. Today is going to be the Enchanted Map Oracle. And just a brief reminder that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Leo. So if you're watching this for your Sun sign, please check out videos for your other placements as well. All right, let's see. And of course, appreciate your likes and comments. If you're new, please check out the description box for more information about my services and my content, and of course subscribe so you don't miss anything important, like for example the reading on the eclipse that I'm gonna be posting next on this channel. You've got the One Ring Circus card. Yeah, One Ring Circus is a card of chaos, right? It's a card of like, I don't know how much longer I can sustain whatever is going on in my life at this rate. But the truth is, well, there are actually several scenarios here. First of all, maybe you shouldn't, right? Just let it drop, let it fall, see what happens. A lot of times we invent this kind of responsibilities for ourselves that aren't really ours to deal with, and by letting it go and maybe even letting it fail, you are showing to yourself and to other people involved that, the impact of you not being involved, but also giving the other people an opportunity to jump in and take care of their stuff. For others, it's more about, it's gonna resolve itself in divine timing, right? The important part is not to resist and not to push, not to force things one way or the other, right? Be curious, see where this situation is taking you. What is it trying to tell you? How do you feel in your body? Work with those emotions that come up for you when you're, either thinking or actively experiencing the wandering circus situation, which is chaotic, which could be overwhelming, where there's a lot going on, there's a lot of expectation from you. All right, let's see what we have for Leo. For your personal space and love life, you have 9 of coins, 6 of coins, and 2 of swords. For your career and workspace, Page of Cups, 7 of coins. Look at all the coins, wow. Very grounding energy in the month of September, and Ace of Swords. And finally, the advice, Page of Swords, the Hangman, this is Sagittarius energy, and the Star, this is Aquarius energy. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Wands, the only wand card, only fire card. Well, I guess the Hangman is because it's a Sag. But yeah, 5 of Wands is the card of change, essentially. It's the card of revelations of how you are connected with people around you, and I don't just mean like on the esoteric level, energetically. I mean like actual interaction, right? Is it a healthy or codependent relationship? Is it equal give and take? What is the value that each of you is getting out of it, right? What kind of agenda people have, or maybe some of them don't. Like, you're starting to see how these patterns evolve, and I think that this is this definitely makes sense with connection to what we're just talking about with the oracle message. But anyway, let's see. You have a lot of earth and air in your reading, and a lot of it is minor arcanas actually, which means that a lot of the things that are happening to you, or that coming into your focus, are in your hands. They're for you to experience and make conscious decisions on how do you want this or that situation to proceed. 9 of coins, 6 of coins actually quite like, because it gives a perception of you. Like, as soon as you understand who you are, what you want, you'll be able to manifest it into your life, right? Don't hang up on labels, on stereotypes, and on what you used to believe, or even somebody telling you what you're supposed to believe. If we're talking about romantic relationship, right? This is about what does love look like? What is your life partner like in terms of character, looks, life story, anything, right? Certain characteristics. Like, stop telling yourself the same story as kind of emerged subconsciously in your mind, right? And start thinking and connection to your heart on what you actually want to create. What does that equal give and take look like for you? How do you not lose yourself in the relationship, right? And stand your ground, have your boundaries, and definitely pour into yourself, and not just give everything you have to your partner or other people that are close to you, right? This is like finding that balance without feeling like you're letting anyone down, right? One way or the other. For your career space, you have Page of Cups, Seven of Coins, and Ace of Swords. A little bit of everything apart from Fire, of course. So you're learning to create strategy and plan forward, not to go head over heels, just like diving into it and giving it your all, but being more level-headed and seeing, what are you really dealing with, or where is this potential right now? Maybe the situation, the project, the client, there's a lot of potential there, but right now, as of this moment, what is realistically between the two of you, right? What can you explore and implement right now? Future is the future, right? This is about seeing the truth at this time, at this point, and making the most of it without setting yourself up for too much expectation of what this could be. It may or may not develop the way that you want, but there shouldn't be ride or die, like it can still have plenty of value, plenty of abundance, plenty of mutual benefit in where you are right now. So don't rush with too much of an ambitious vision and plan, but still continue driving it. Make sure that it's conscious, make sure that you're aligning with the other person, the other side, your team, whoever is on that other side across the table, that you are on the same page, and at any point that you're not starting to veer in different directions, and at some point somebody's heart is gonna get broken. The advice that we have for you, and here we have some major arcana actually, is Page of Swords, the Hangman, and the Star. So Page of Swords is about learning to speak, to express, to be more coherent between how you feel and how do you express it in the physical to other people. And it very much is connected to not necessarily reading a bunch of books of like how do I impact people around me, or how do I manipulate, or even one of those books on finding friends. No, it is more about studying more of where you are right now. What are your guiding principles? What attracts you in a relationship, in a business partnership, and why, right? So digging a little deeper to see how you can heal it, to see how you can at least explore it, look at it honestly, right? Like, I'm being extra careful with all these contracts because, someone has let me down then and there, or my parents raised me this way that, shouldn't trust anyone when it comes to big money. Always protect yourself with contracts, right? And discuss everything up front. Otherwise, no business with that person, right? Like, there are all these things that some of them we've been taught more subtly than others, but they're oftentimes equally important, if not more important, right? So this is about the stories that were told to you and how you then absorb them and established as your own, right? Like, start seeing the separation between the stories told by somebody else, and that could be up to I don't know, the church, the school, the society at large. It doesn't even have to be one specific person. It doesn't even have to be a parent, right? And see what is it that you've accumulated. And again, I'm not saying that all those stories are there to keep, right? It's about looking, like doing the inventory, right? And seeing from where you are right now, which ones still make sense and you value them and you want to keep them with you, and which ones have lost their power and it doesn't make sense to live your life based on them, right? That's where that misalignment begins. Last but not least, let's get you some messages from your person of interest. Messages for Leo, please. Nine of Swords, clarified by Knight of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles. So you have a synchronicity with your person. They also have Nine of Pentacles. But yeah, your person is basically, they have some insecurities in terms of making this relationship last. And of course, this is a collective reading, so it will be different for different people, the nuance, the details, the context. But essentially, they have a lot of love for you, and that's what scares them. That's where they, like, some of them would fall more into this space of like, I'm not sure I'm a good match for this person. Others are scared because they've been relying on you and this relationship so much. They don't see themselves outside of it anymore. It's like, if for some reason this doesn't work out, my entire world is gonna collapse. And that's what they're anxious about. And you know, there's also a scenario where it's difficult to express feelings, right? There could be a combination of the even 2 or even 3 scenarios, by the way. But yeah, the other thread that I'm sensing, that I'm channeling, is that, you know, there's a lot of love, but not easy to express it because, I mean, deep down, this person doesn't want to lose their power in this dynamic. They may not call it that way, right? Because it's not very cool. It's not very considerate and kind. But essentially, that's what it is. They are afraid that as soon as they're going to start talking about, you know, how much you've changed their world, or, you know, how much they appreciate you in their life, and everything that you've done for them, then this will mess up the balance, the equilibrium in the relationship, right? And that will mean that you have the upper hand and you will get to call the shots and sort of force this person into doing things the way you want, right? So there is some fear there, and I'll leave it to you, of course, Leo, to see how you want to deal with it. But remember that the intentions that the person has, or the feelings, there's a lot of love there, right? It's like a lot of us just don't know how to handle this kind of feelings and emotions, right? And that's where the problems begin, when we start either overthinking or we start with trying to defend ourselves, but essentially making it worse. We're defending, almost like defending by attacking. Anyway, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please subscribe if you haven't done it yet, because eclipse reading is coming up. Eclipse is coming up. And of course, leave me your comments. And until next time,